Finally time. What's going on, you guys? Slim here with a new video today, and yes, almighty yes, it is time for the updated pure MEKK-KNIGHT deck profile post Blazing Vortex. The new pot of prosperity is here. This deck has just gotten better. The best rogue deck of 2021. I don't care what anyone says. I'm probably along with only 9 other people that agree. There's only 10 of us that actually even play this deck, but this is one of my all-time favorite decks. As always, if you guys are new here, consider subscribing, hit that notification bell. You guys will be notified when I stream over here and on Twitch. Links in the description. While you're down there, consider joining my Discord community. It's an ever-growing community. It's just an awesome time. We're growing every day. If you want to purchase any of these cards I talk about, you already know that I want you to, because this is just the best rogue deck of 2021. Use that TCG player link. A portion of what you spend goes back to the channel, helps me out, and I really do appreciate it. And last but not least, if you further want to support me in the channel, consider becoming a channel member today by clicking the join button or becoming one of my Patreons. With all of that out of the way, your boy, he's not wasting no damn time. Let's get into this damn profile. You already know I'm so excited. Shout out to Shannon Long. He's been giving me a lot of insight now that he's back on YouTube. Definitely check him out. Column King, Winter Kills, Cali Effect, the only other pure MEKK-KNIGHT players that are around on YouTube. There's so little of us, but you already know that, you know, we're going to just hold it down for this deck because I think this deck is amazing, and because of the new pot card, it's just gotten better. If you guys caught the stream, you guys saw a preview of what the profile is going to look like, so you guys already know why the card choices are here. But for those of you that are new to it, I hope you guys enjoy it. You guys already know, smash that like button and let's get into it. A lot of this hasn't changed, but just to explain for anyone that doesn't know, triple Girsu, the best normal summon. People are saying, all right, Slim, I can't get Girsu. For some reason, this card went up. What do I get? Ibli is another nice option. I've actually seen people test with Ibli. If you're not interested in Ibli, you can try Sangan, you can try Iperia. There are other options, but Girsu is without a doubt the best one. It is the best MEKK-KNIGHT normal summon you can have for this deck. Of course, triple purple, the new school Wind Up Rabbit. This card is insane. Get a couple purples flowing, you're gonna just win the game by pure advantage. Triple blue, his partner in crime. Purple and blue are literally the bread and butter of this deck. Blue search is equal to the number in the column. So many players cannot actually play around columns. They don't pay attention to columns, and literally you just plus off this infinite. Card's insane. You guys already know. The most underrated, but probably the all-star MEKK-KNIGHT of the entire strategy is actually Indigo Eclipse. If you don't already know, this is literally movement. This is Shifty Boy. This is the best MEKK-KNIGHT because when you bring this back with secrets, or you have this with key or with whispers, you're getting multiple negates. You just move to another column freely, and there you go. I mean, this card literally moves. He literally floats. It's crazy. This card is amazing, and you definitely play 2 copies always in the pure deck. Move those out of the way. You already know we got the one-ofs, we got the red moon, we got the yellow star, and we do have the green horizon. I've explained why these cards are so good. Not once per turn. Pop face-up monsters, pop spells and traps, move them with Shifty Boy. You're just in there. It's just insane. Green horizon. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. This card's just a Cyber Dragon. Yeah, he actually is. If you guys don't know, Cyber Dragon stats are 2100 by 1600 defense. The reason why you have this is for the grind game, and if you play this deck as much as I do, you will get into that grind game, and this card can help you recycle back MEKK-KNIGHT cards, so it's very, very important. Like I'm telling you, the more you play this deck, the more you will see why this MEKK-KNIGHT is included. And that's it for all the MEKK-KNIGHT monsters. And then this is like a glorified MEKK-KNIGHT in a sense, but this is the only target I'm playing. This is a 40 card list. When you're playing 40, you're not playing 41, you're not playing 42, you're not going over 40 in this deck. We're only playing 1 target for Girsu, but you can also send other World Legacy spells or traps, and that will still help you get to your combos. This is the best one in my personal opinion. You can play World Armor if you want. It gets an effect when it's special summon. You could also play the Crown, which becomes an extender, but to me this is the best one because you put this in the graveyard, and on the following turn you can get a plus off of it. All of those cards give you a plus, but to me this is still the best one to play. It also has a pretty nifty effect if you ever reborn it. They summon something from the extra deck, you can just bounce it, so card's pretty nice. Just that's the chosen target that I always play in this deck. For the rest of the MEKK-KNIGHT stuff, the World Legacy stuff, we got triple of our E-Telly World Legacy Memory. This card is ridiculous. You guys already know. Setting this up early, like when they force you to go first, like obviously we're a go second deck, but you can set this, you can even activate this, spin purple away, start doing combos. Like literally you can activate this, banish the, banish this, search a MEKK-KNIGHT, and you're good to go. So this card is insane. I play the 1 copy of Succession, not 2. I wanted to play Reborn. It was the 41st card, but you guys already know I couldn't play 41 in this deck. Searchable Monster Reborn card is just very good. the one world legacy key, which negates trap cards equal to the number of Mech Knights in columns. So you can literally just move stuff around with Shifty Boy and literally just get there. Like, you can do so much with this card. And the addition that I had in the last profile that I kept in here is the Whispers. This takes care of traps. This takes care of spells. Broken against Drytron, broken against Eldritch, and all those trap decks. They're searchable. Why would you not play them? This also combos really well with World Legacy Memories, because you can memories out purple, banish purple, then you can legacies back you can key back the purple and respecial the purple, since you didn't summon purple through its own effect. So really good combos there. And like I said, this negating spells, this negating traps makes these cards absolutely insane for the format. And then the All-Star card, you already know, triple of our skill drain, World Legacy Secret. There was a time I played 2, we're never going back. 3 is just, it's the way. Like, you can have this going second, and it just does so much for you. Going first, this card is insane as well, because trust me, when they know you're playing Mech Knights, you guys already know they're gonna make you go first. So you know what, you set this up with Morningstar, with Shifty Boy. Like, you bring back Shifty Boy, he can negate 2 cards. He can negate 1 in the first column when you reborn him, then use his effect to move him, negate a card in another column, and you know what, that's 2 monsters taken care of. So this card is insane. Also combos really well with Scythe. If you guys are wondering about the side deck, it's going to be over on Patreon for the Patreon's exclusive, as well as if you become a channel member, so definitely check that out if you guys want to see the side deck. Your boy's been working on it for a while, but Secrets card is absolutely insane. Now, we've done all this stuff before. This is the same song and dance we've done with Mech Knights for a very long time. Now, the hand traps always change, and this is what I talked about on stream. Where did I decide on my hand traps? I'm going to be the first to say this was the hardest part of the deck building process. These hand traps are open to interpretation. If you literally want to change the hand traps, by all means, go ahead. This is just what has worked for me as a player, looking at the format and trying to combat it the best I can. This deck specializes in playing a lot of 2-ups. So for that reason, I got double Ash, double Bell, double Crow, and double Skullmeister. These are my hand traps of choice. The reason why: Ash is the most generic. Bell has some niche interactions, very good against Drytron, very good in some random scenarios against a virtual world like Lao Lao. Crow is just an insane card because Crow and Meister are not once per turn. They're old school hand traps. They take care of graveyard things. Banishing Ben 10 against Drytron is broken. Meister is insane against Misk. So there's just so many reasons. These cards right here, these 6 are so good against Drytron. Ash is just good against everything, and these cards have applications against every matchup. Banishing their trap card in virtual world, banishing their spell before they can use it. You can get a lot of mileage with these hand traps. That's why I chose these specific ones, similar to the Zodiac Eldritch lineup. I chose not to main deck Droll just because it's only really good against Drytron. I want more impactful hand traps across the whole span of meta, and these cards come up against rogue matchups as well. So those are the hand traps I chose. And basically the last like pseudo hand trap, and this was the big change, is probably what I talked about the most when I showed the deck off on stream. I decided to opt for 2 copies of Godarla in the main deck. Now I know what you guys are thinking, Slim, what the? Yeah, I know. Your boy lost to the wind statue. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I didn't. This deck does not play wind monsters. They summon the barrier statue in combo, say we didn't draw hand traps or we couldn't stop them. We can't play. I can normal Gearsu if I see it. If I don't see it, kind of shit out of luck. So I decided over the Games Seals to actually play Godarla. While it is 2700, you have ways to deal with it. I've shown that on stream. Being able to make your Link monsters use your Link monster effects to get past it is quite simple. Not only that, like, you need to deal with problematic monsters. This can be an out to Dragoon, an out to a Floodgate monster, an out to a Megaclops, an out to anything that gets in your way, and this is mostly to cover your Tri-Brigade Lyralist matchup, because I do respect that deck. It is easily one of the best rogue decks of the format. It's shooting itself easily into the top 10 best decks of the format. I want to be prepared, so that's why I chose 2 Godarla, so that if I'm staring down the wind statue, I have a higher chance of stopping it and still being able to play. So Godarla was definitely the choice. Like I said, you can play Gamecill if you want, but if you play against the wind statue, I mean, you're gonna have a really hard time if you don't draw Dark Ruler. So I wanted to have as many options as possible. So that's it for that. And then I already mentioned the Dark Rulers. You already know we can't play droplets, unfortunately, in the 40 card list. In the 60 card list, Shannon pioneered, you can, but it's not optimal in the 40 card list. We get no advantage from putting our monsters in the graveyard. Like, trust me, I've tried. It's so hard to do. Dark Ruler at least lets you, try to break the boards. It's good against Dragoon and a lot of things. It just sucks against Calamities. But hey, against Drytron, you draw this, you just wipe their whole board, like, literally, like, for free, because you just special summon monsters, don't even activate effects, and just punch over their field. gold. So this card's really, really strong. So it's a staple in this deck over droplets any day. You already know this is the all-star of the deck. This card was made for this deck. I'm usually always banishing 6, and I'll show you guys when I get to extra deck what I banish, but this card is absolutely insane. Lets you dig for what you need, lets you see gear suit, lets you see a hand trap, lets you see any combo piece you need. This card is obscene. Now everyone's gonna say, Slim, this card just came out, it's expensive. I got you. Just play Extrav. Play Extrav because it's basically the next best card you could play for this deck. I wanted to give you guys the budget options because I know this card is expensive. However, if you guys can purchase this using that TCG player link, do it. This card is absolutely insane for this deck. Being able to dig 6 or 3, like I've had games where I've resolved 2 of them, banishing 6 on the first one, 3 on the second one. It's absolutely insane. So I accounted for that with my extra deck, which I'll explain next, but this card is worth its weight in gold in this deck, and I'm so happy to finally own the copies of it in this amazing deck. But that is the 40 card list, the perfect 40 cards. You already know it's got to be 40 cards for this deck. First draft go around, I think it's decent for the first try, but let me know what you guys think. On to the extra deck. So while I am not playing Extrav, I am playing Prosperity. I still chose to max out on these, and I'm going to tell you guys why. These are the best extra deck cards. It's not even close. If you guys saw my games on stream, if you've seen just MEKK-KNIGHT combos in general, these are your all-stars. You're always starting with Morningstar or always starting with Liv, whether you're going first or second. You have to max out on these because at least with Prosperity, you can start by banishing one of these and one of these, and you're good. That was the problem we had with Extrav. You just banish at random. You just hope to never banish all 3 copies of a card. Prosperity's advantage is it lets you choose, but I still value these cards enough to warrant that I'm going to max out on them because I want them for the grind game, because when the MEKK-KNIGHTs need to grind, these are your best go-to Link 2s that you can play for the deck. So that's why I maxed out on them. And then since we are playing Prosperity over Extrav, we don't have to play multiple copies, but I still have the copy of Spectrum Supreme. It definitely comes up. One of your best ways to out your own Godarla, if it does come up, to punch over it. Can also win games in time by attacking directly. Shooting a card from its column is insane as well. Avermax is a very good play when you go first. You make the 2 Link 2s and then you make it. You usually make it with Lib and Morningstar a lot of times, so just remember that. This card's very hard for a lot of decks to out. I do play Link Karibo. Now, you guys are wondering why Link Karibo. It comes up with the Gear Suit token, but also for the Dino matchup. They give you that token. They think they're riding pretty. You just turn it into a Link Karibo, and you just start comboing, so you guys already know. All Mirage, very important for this deck. I don't banish this early on at all, ever, because if I open a hand trap and a Prosperity, if it's say for some reason I can't combo, say I don't draw Gear Suit, if I normal a hand trap, I can turn it into All Mirage. You can also turn DD Crow into this. Just remember that Crow is a level 1, so I wanted the versatility there. You could play 2 All Mirage if you want, but you'll notice sometimes the Link Karibo will come up. And then I do play the Unicorn. Unicorn in tandem with Lib is absolutely insane. You get a spin too. It's nuts. Just this also, Lib does not target, so it's also an out to Dragoon, so just remember that. And Unicorn is just fantastic for, you know, just clearing the way to OTK the opponent. So that's just some standard stuff. And then I am playing the BLS Link. I cut Phoenix to play this just because this card comes up more for me. I can't speak for every player, but this card does come up. It is getting the reprint and Ghost from the Past, so very strong. Very hard for a lot of decks to out this. It's just a very good card in general. So I highly suggest you play it. I chose Access Code Talker. You're on a budget, play Boral Sword. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's basically the same card. You're basically just using it to OTK your opponent. A lot of times I just banish it off of Prosperity. It's just an option to have. I prefer this, honestly. Like, I know this OTKs, but this controls, and MEKK-KNIGHT control is sometimes the best way to play the deck. Just in case for some reason this doesn't go off 100% of the time. And then I am playing the Galatea with the 1 Ding Gear Suit to round out the extra deck. I just like having the option of having Galatea for using Gear Suit with it, and then being able to slap this on top of it. If we baited the Dragoon, you just out the Dragoon with this. And this just outs a lot of problematic things, as well as protecting your board. But that's it, you guys. Oh, you already know your boy's so excited because it's pure MEKK-KNIGHTs, and it's all made possible because of this card. Now, like I said, if you don't have access to this, just play Extrav. But this card is everything to me for this deck. But that's it, you guys. Side deck will be over on Patreon for the for the exclusive videos. Just check it out. There's a link in the description if you guys do want to join. But I love this deck. I can't wait to see what Shannon's got cooking. I chose to actually not hit him up on this build because I want to see what the MEKK-KNIGHT King has going on. I want to see what Cali Effects got. I want to see what Winter Kills got. And our whole little circle of MEKK-KNIGHT players will come together and give you guys the best possible options for this deck. But that's all I got for today, you guys. Smash that like button if you enjoyed the video. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. And don't you ever forget, pure MEKK-KNIGHT Best rogue deck 2021. You already know. I'll see you guys in the next video.